Retail can be hell. Slaxx is a new Shudder original written and directed by Elza Kephart. Patricia Gomez also helped write the movie with her. This is set in Canada. It was filmed in Quebec, so I imagine somewhere around the Montreal area. Forgive me, Canadian geography is not my strong suit. And this is set at a particular department store named Canadian Cotton Colliers, CCC for short, where a new line of jeans coming in with SS on the side called Super Shapers. You want to guard these jeans with your goddamn life. And they are, gender inclusive. They fit anybody. It doesn't matter whether you're short, tall, large, or small. They will form fit to your body in more ways than one. And everybody's happy and smiley even though they're dead inside, because having worked retail, boy, I can tell you, you really got to put on a smiling face even when you are just fucking miserable. Because it's great to work and there are rewards for working in retail, but it is a cutthroat industry and some of it is bullshit. And this movie does capture some of that beautifully. We center on the main character of Libby, played by Romaine Dennis, in a pretty good role in all honesty. And she's all wide-eyed innocent. She's happy to have a job. She's all excited and everything. And even though some of the employees are cold to her, hey, she's excited because she has a job. She can get discounts. And she really wants to push the brand. And these Super Shaper jeans are going to be a big goddamn deal. And there's a store reset headed by the boss named Craig, played by Brett Donahue. And he gets his various employees to buy into all this stuff. The regional manager comes in. Everybody is all excited. And they're on lockdown for about 8 hours, and they're going to, reset the store. They're going to get these Super Shaper jeans out, and everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to love them. They're going to make a lot of money, as any retail store wants to make. And then things go tits up. If you haven't read the description, I'm going to ruin it right now. It is about a possessed pair of killer jeans. Filmmaking has pretty much peaked here, and I thought In Fabric was the peak of it with Killer Dress, and then you had Bad Hair on Hulu, which was about killer weaves, which was hilarious and great and had a lot of good social commentary. This also has some good social commentary about the horrors of retail, like from the happy music to the employees that basically, will act all happy to you and then will, stab you in the back immediately because they're all goddamn miserable. But in all honesty, the characters, they're kind of one note. And I'm not saying that the acting's bad. Actually, the acting's pretty good. The writing is really sharp. Elza Kephart and Patricia Gomez. If both of them didn't work in retail, one of them did. Because, good God, there is some really, cut to the bone stuff for anybody that worked in retail and customer service. From just everything about it. I mean, it's an expedient movie. It's about 75 minutes, well, 77 minutes for the full runtime, but 5 minutes of that is the end credits. So it's really expedient. It's almost a short movie, but it packs a lot in there. And the dark comedy really does, it is where the movie shines best, because it is about a possessed pair of killer jeans. You don't need any more than that. And like in Bad Hair, they clean up after themselves when they commit these atrocious acts and kill people and everything in very hilarious ways. It's actually rather shocking that this movie, that somebody hasn't done a movie like this before, but I will say that Elza Kephart and Patricia Gomez did a really good job here with the sharp writing and the direction from Miss Elza. And during all this, Libby, is trying to figure out how to navigate all this stuff. And as things go more tits up, it becomes obvious that there may be more sinister intentions from a pair of possessed killer jeans. Now, I'm going to get into spoilers here in a little bit, but I will say it does lose me a little bit towards the end, and I will explain why in spoilers, but I will say that this movie has many more positives than negatives. Any of the negatives I have does not, they do not negate how great this movie actually is overall, because it's expedient, it's quick, and it's a fun horror movie. Overall, it's fun, it knows what it is, and it doesn't try to shy away from that. And the acting's pretty damn good, the writing is really crisp, and it's just overall pretty damn fun. So now I am going to get into spoilers, though. It is on Shudder. Please check it out. Shudder's really goddamn worth it, especially for horror fans. But now, yeah, I'm going to get into spoilers here. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Quick, 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 quick. Spoilers. You still here? Well, okay, here's the spoilers. So, in the beginning, we see some girls picking cotton. This is, from an experimental field 357, according to a sign that we see. And then we cut to these jeans, these SS jeans coming in. And everything seems fine, all happy-go-lucky and everything. People, towing the company line and, oh, thank you for shopping here and all that. And yeah, God, I've done this so much. This movie spoke to me. It's a good thing I've worked retail, even though I've met my best friend, working at a particular retail store, and he knows who he is. But honestly, the movie just captures it beautifully, and it doesn't take long before the deaths start. Like a girl named Gemma who gets killed in a bathroom stall after she puts on the jeans, because the jeans kill. And then there's another girl that puts the jeans on and then gets, hooked on, well, a coat hook. And since they're in lockdown, they can't get out, and they're trying to reset the store. Craig, the boss, and Libby basically take one of the bodies, Gemma's body, and put it in one of those bins, one of those, rolly bins, and put it in the back. And we take care of our own here at CCC. And it is kind of just funny as things go on, because things move rather quickly. I mean, it does lose me a bit towards the end, as I will talk about. One character named Lord, he gets his hand removed, and then he ends up in a box. It's Lord in a box, which sounds like a weird Christian Catholic game. And Libby wants to call the police. Craig's like, no, we can't. We're in lockdown. There's no signal. Oh, wait, I'm going to hit you with a mannequin leg because I know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you because you're a new employee. And then there's this blogger named Peyton that shows up during this lockdown. She's given basically an hour to shoot her stuff and everything and then get out. Why did nobody else leave? Why nobody else leave? That's one logical loophole right there. But, they can't leave because they're on the clock. And then the Jeans decide to come up from behind her and strangle her. Apparently, they hate YouTube comment sections as much as I do. I kid. It is what it is. It's just, it was like, it was trying to pack a lot in here, like making fun of like social commentary and all that. But, well, the Jeans are alive. And, yeah, they've... The Jeans actually end up, we see a montage of like flashback stuff with, the experimental field stuff. And how does this all tie in? There's a character, Shruti, who is of Indian descent, from the country of India, by the way, just so there's no confusion. And she listens to Hindi music. And she's actually, besides Libby, probably the most fleshed out character in this. She's listening to Hindi music, and because she's singing it, the Jeans are dancing to it. Why are the Jeans dancing to it? Well, this camera for the vlog girl is still filming this. Libby comes to finding the store in shambles. She finds Shruti, and she shows her the camera. Hey, the Jeans were dancing to your music. They moved to the music, yes, to the music. And, well, they find out that they find that the Jeans have suddenly, latched onto a mannequin and are basically wandering around and have a dot on their forehead. The bindi, I believe is what it's called. Forgive me, that's what they call it in the movie. If they misinformed, I apologize. But they write it, they write in Hindi with a bloody hand, as one does when you are a possessed pair of killer Jeans on a white mannequin. And they show that, hey, the girl from the beginning was actually, her shawl or whatever it's called was caught in the cotton sifter, and she was basically, molded into that. So, how much of her body went into all these Jeans? Was it one pair? Or was it one of the 175 pairs here? Or was it all 175? We find out. Craig basically has other ideas. They try to reason with her and tell her story on camera and basically have her do that, and Craig decides to spray the mannequin with a fire extinguisher. That's what you do. Anger a pair of killer Jeans when they maybe want to reason with you, or you want to reason with them. What if more of them are still alive? The Jeans come to life, and they basically attack a whole bunch of people, which actually in very hilarious fashion. Craig wants the camera. This is where the movie loses me, not because this scene was bad, but because it was really dark. And I don't even fault the filmmakers, but I think that if they thought it was moody, it just was too dark, and I thought it was my TV, and I even checked it on my phone. No, it's still too dark. Jeans are feasting on the bodies. Shruti gets stabbed by Craig, but then he chokes out Libby, or seemingly does, and weakens her, but then he gets dogpiled by a bunch of Jeans. Libby comes back, and the store is about to open. And then she ends up getting trampled after trying to reason with a pair of Jeans, the pair of possessed Jeans. She gets trampled as the store opens, and then the Jeans just basically destroy everybody and rip everybody apart and everything. There's blood all over the walls, and happy-go-lucky, and Libby dies. Libby dies getting trampled by a bunch of shoppers because it's Monday Madness. It's like Black Friday. And then we see some post-credit stuff, or we see some, credit stuff, outtakes and everything and all that. And it looks like everybody had fun making this movie. And I gotta say that despite maybe my issues with the last 15 minutes, the too dark stuff, and it is what it is, I think it was better when it was a dark comedy. Nothing wrong with trying to be serious. I mean, it is, a commentary on how, a lot of child labor is used to make clothes, which, unfortunately, I think many of us are wearing, even though we don't want to admit it. But it was a nice commentary there. I just felt like the last 15 minutes with like the dark, with like how it was too dark, kind of lost me a bit. However, Elsa Kephart, Patricia Gomez, I'd like to see what else they can do in, in Hollywood as far as horror or anything else, because I think they got some chops. Crisp writing, good direction, good acting overall, and it was really nice with the dark comedy. So I gotta say B plus. Really fun. Check it out on Shudder. It is really good. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.